Greetings, Infiniteers! Welcome to Infinite Throwbacks. This is episode 11, pretty sure. And we have one of the most iconic Disney characters of all time, Tinkerbell. And yes, she is an icon. Definitely one of my favorite Disney characters, in general. Peter Pan is one of the greatest Disney movies ever made. Fight me. I love it so much. It's definitely one of my favorites. Just a classic. I loved it so much as a kid. I still do now. And Tinkerbell is a big part of that. And she is actually Peter Pan's kind of companion. You would say, or some would say, his best friend. Fun fact, we actually almost got a Peter Pan figure. He was this close to being made, or I guess released. But unfortunately, Disney Infinity was again canceled before that could happen. So, a lot of missed opportunities, but what we got was awesome. But here's Tinkerbell. I'll give her 360 of her. Sorry, my apologies if she's a little bit off to the side. She's kind of supposed to be like straight up, but she's been in a box for a long time. Sorry about that. But anyway, there's the 360. I wanted to talk about her base, like I do with all of these. So why not? I mean, it's cool. So here's her base. Sorry if it's dusty, my apologies. But it's a kind of a giant leaf. And this is kind of a reference to the Tinkerbell movie series. I think it's one of the first, movies that they made. I don't remember the name of it, but I did see it. I don't remember the name of it, but it's been a while since I've seen that movie, but I'm pretty sure that's a reference to that. And you can see a little bit of water under here, which is kind of cool. Nice detail. You can see the water is kind of rippling off of the leaf, which is neat. And Tinkerbell absolutely is one of my favorite Infinity figures. Like, I love playing as her. She's so fun. But there's one thing you should probably know if you're fighting her. She is, overpowered. Yeah, Tinkerbell is actually overpowered in Disney Infinity, which you wouldn't expect, but she's really powerful. Like, oh my word. Geez, they made her powerful. I don't even know where to explain, but I'll talk about the figure here, first. So they did a wonderful job capturing Tinkerbell's likeness. It's almost like the Peter Pan appearance. That was her first appearance. It's almost exact to that, except now it's in the Infinity style. So it is very similar, but it's a little bit different. Just a little bit, just a little. But she's pretty faithful to how she looks in Peter Pan and also in her movies, kind of. Maybe less so the movies, but still, they had the vibe. And I believe the voice actress that does her voice in the movies of Tinkerbell does her voice here. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, my apologies. But she does a great job. She's very, very fun. She's very similar to Rapunzel's personality, where she's very, very fun, very upbeat, very optimistic, cheerful, sassy and quirky. But yeah, here she is. You can see her wings. Sorry they're a little bit dirty, my apologies. But they're pretty neat. You can see her little hair, pretty cool there. You can see her face, and her little dress looks pretty faithful. Very nice. She's almost like she's taking off into flight. That's a cool pose. There's her little feet with those little ball ends on the end. And yeah, this figure is just really, really awesome. They did a wonderful job capturing her personality, her look, her mannerisms, and in the game, oh my word, one of the most powerful characters in the game, oh my word, she's so impressive. She's got her magic wand, she can throw pixie dust, she can fly at ridiculous speeds. Her special move is awesome, where she kind of shrinks down into pixie mode and goes zoom, she zooms around the enemy, and then they just are helpless. They pretty much die. It's kind of overpowered. And she can regenerate. She's kind of bouncy when she walks. Let's see. She's quite powerful. Very, very well done. In the game, she's at first she's a little hard to control. But once you get the hang of her, you'll be zipping around enemies, flying and zapping people and just killing everyone. Um, I was surprised just how much work went into Tinkerbell's design. Um, it really impressed me because like not only is this a great figure, like just on its own, like if you don't play Disney Infinity, you just want the figures because they're that good. And Tinkerbell is definitely one of the best like designed figures that they made for this game. Um, it's just really well done. But in the game, she's a powerhouse. She like she like kicks everyone to the curb. It's just really cool to see that much attention. You wouldn't think that she would be that powerful, but she is, and that's great. Um, I really wished we got not a Peter Pan. I really wish we got him or Captain Hook. That would have been so lit. Because I love Captain Hook as well as Peter Pan because they're just as important to the movie as Tinkerbell is. So yeah, she's really fun. I believe she's a 3.0 or no, she's a 2.0. Sorry, whoops. Um, but she's really great, really powerful, especially if you upgrade her special move. She can just decimate enemies, and she basically tosses around omnidroids like they're garbage, which they are. And her basic attack is even really good. It's like she throws pixie dust out of her wand, and it stuns you. Like you can't even get out of it. Like she just keeps stunning you, and then you can't escape. So it's a little overpowered. I think they put a little too much power for Tinkerbell, but it's appreciated. To make such an iconic character so powerful is pretty neat. Um, so they definitely did not miss the mark for this one. Definitely a favorite of mine. Like the character, like Tinkerbell as a character is one of my favorites, and also this figure in the game is one of my favorites, and as a figure in general. Um, yeah, she is one of my favorites. Um, yeah, there's not really much else to talk about. Like, not really. Um, I've kind of said everything. I'll show you the gameplay of her soon, so you can see her in the game, just how powerful she is. Um, she actually, surprisingly, when she flies, she's on par with Iron Man. Like, that's how powerful of a flyer she is. Like, they really nailed her design and gave her incredible powers. So, really cool. Um, yeah. Also, there's another character that can fly, Boba Fett. The only Star Wars figure that can, on par with him as well. So, she can take down anyone. She can even take down the Hulkbuster. Like, no one can take him down. He is a unstoppable force. But Tinkerbell surprisingly can hold her own. Um, yeah, I just love this figure. This is like one of the no-brainers to get for the game. Especially if you're a fan of her movies or Peter Pan or anything with her in it. She's still a legendary character. Like everyone knows Tinkerbell. So, yeah, go out and get her if you can. Definitely a worthy addition to your collection. Hopefully yours won't be slightly warped like mine is. It's supposed to be like this. Like that's how she's supposed to be, but a little bit. She's a little bit to the side, but oh well. But yeah, I love this figure so much. It's so great. Um, yeah, that's all I have to say, really. That's all I have to say. This one's a little bit shorter, but I pretty much said all I think about this figure. Um, yeah, great, awesome, worth a pickup, really legendary, really great. So that's yeah, Tinkerbell's amazing. Go get her, really awesome. And that's really it for this episode. Next one will be soon, and yeah, please stay tuned for the gameplay, which will be very, very soon. as soon as I can get one up. So, yeah. Um, that's all I had to say. Thanks for watching. Take care. And, yeah, have a little faith.